Bill Garnett here from Denora Chevrolet. This section is called Ask Bill. And today's question is about just air conditioning. And, cars are set up different ways. This right here is one of our rental Equinoxes. And, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it does have air conditioning. And in this case right here, you can see a little control panel right here. You have your fan button right here. You can adjust for high and low. You also have your temperature setting, which this one is set dead even between hot and cold. So we're going to just crank that to the left there and get that all the way down into the blue. And then obviously your AC button right there. You also, this vehicle also has a recirc button or recirculating button right here, the little C it looks like. And you push that right there, and what that will do is a lot of times it may cool the car faster, especially if you are sitting or parked and have the car running and or in city driving. Because what that does, it takes the inside air that you've already cooled a little bit and brings it back through the vehicle to cool again. When the button is off, you still have air conditioning. It's just that now you're bringing in air from the outside, which generally is right by the passenger side wiper that comes into the car, fresh air that's coming to the car that and heat it like today, 90 degrees, and then you're cooling that. And then obviously you have your mode control if you want to have it bi-level, that's where we're at right here. Or if you want to put it on your feet as well, then you'll turn one off. Or if you want it up at the windshield, if you don't want it blowing directly at you, you may want to get your feet a little cooler and maybe have it blowing up towards the windshield. That will kind of fill the cabin a little bit. Now, as well, some cars will also have front and rear AC, and they'll just have the controls either up here and or back there as well. And or if you have a auto setting, you can push the AC as well, or set your temperature and just push the auto button, and it will take the cabin and try to make it to that temperature. Now, one thing with AC is when you're driving down the road, on the highway, whatever, or even on a back road around 50 miles an hour, it's a lot easier to keep it a steady temperature. It cools real good because the engine is going, you're pushing the AC, you got good airflow coming in. But a lot of times you may find that when you're parked, sitting still, that the AC seems like it gets a little warmer, and that may be because, for one, there's not as much airflow coming in from, underneath the wiper there, and the engine temperature are raising, which is warming that air up. So when you first turn your vehicle on, turn the AC on when you've got these 90-degree temperatures like we have today. It probably won't cool as well until you get going down the road for a while, and you'll see it finally cooling down. And or you may want to, as you get going, put it on the recirc button just so you can recool the air that you've already kind of cooled once already. Other than that, the AC systems, they work pretty good these days, very efficient. They can really, they don't drain the engine power as much as they used to. You definitely will lose a little bit of gas mileage, and it is definitely normal to have puddles, underneath the vehicle of water, because that is the humidity that is pulling out of the air, and it drains it down underneath the vehicle. A lot of times you'll see they would drain over by the right front passenger tire, but a lot of times now they've moved that drain more towards the middle of the vehicle. So you are parked somewhere for a while in the driveway and you roll out and someone says, hey, your car has a leak. Just touch it, rub it between your fingers, you'll realize that it's just water. All right, well that is our session for Ask Bill today. So Bill Garnett, Denora Chevrolet, 5800 Stadium Drive, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Come see us. Thank you.